That's right. Oh, yes, here we are. It's finally happening right here, right now. The 2018 Forrest Wood Cup Red Carpet event. I'm your host, Pat Renwick. This is Stray Cats Outdoor Cartoon Television, and this is the glorified version of a bass fishing talk show.
I have been around glorified things before, and it's kind of amazing, Pat, that you would even be involved in it. But I like it.
Well, thank you very much,
Right.
JT. And the feeling is mutual that
Thank
you
you.
are
Thank
actually
you.
involved in this whole maniacy that we call right there. That, of course, is the one and only. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for JT Kenny Powers. It's JT
Listen,
Kenny.
the crowd goes wild.
They go crazy. Yes.
All
Absolutely.
three fans were cheering.
They
All
love,
three.
Actually, that is all for you, Chad Grigsby. Ladies and gentlemen, Chad Grigsby for the first time ever on this show.
2018
That's how we-
Forrest Wood or F Fishing League Worldwide.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Yeah.
Well, there's Forrest
Tour
Wood.
champion.
There's Forrest Wood right there.
There he is.
It's amazing. And, of course, a repeat offender on Stray Cast. Give it up for Alex Davis over here.
The spinnerbait kid.
Yeah. That's what they call him.
I didn't hardly recognize Forrest with his cowboy hat on.
Yeah.
That was kind of weird, wasn't it?
Don't ask him to take it off.
No.
Whatever
I
you
won't.
do. Hey, wait.
You think he sleeps in that?
He does. Yeah.
Sweet.
Actually, he's a soft one,
So
though.
it's like a special pillow.
He has a very soft, special
Right.
cowboy hat. It's a super.
Hey, I don't know if anybody noticed, but there's Cody Meyer over there, spotted bass
Man,
expert.
he
I
is.
am right now, before we even get into this show, Pat, I'm just going to make a little prediction right here. Cody Meyer, 2018 Forrest Wood Cup champion.
Wow, strong.
Wow. That was
Whoa.
strong.
I am.
Holy cow, out on a limb.
I-
What
I
about
think there's-
Alex is sitting right next to you.
What about
said
Chad?
He
If
told me he
there
was
was
going to win.
if there was largemouth in here, I'd pick him, but I'm not picking him. Right now.
There's three of them.
Right. Hey,
Someone's gonna catch
watch this. Cody Meyer. Cody Meyer. I just picked you 2018 Forrest Wood Cup champion.
He's not even
He doesn't.
listening.
He doesn't.
He's
He
trying.
can't hear you through your headphones.
And,
I yelled
and he's
about him.
signing autographs and kissing babies.
Him and
shaking
Byron
hands.
over there.
I project my voice well. I
Hey,
just
hey,
picked
Cody,
you,
come here a second.
I just picked you 2018 Forrest Wood Cup champion.
Here, Cody. Here, take my seat for a second.
New guest on the show, Cody Meyer. I just called him out.
Welcome to the program, Cody.
I project my voice
Cody,
very well.
please take your hand off my knee. Thank you.
It was weird. It was weird because you're. Never mind. No, Cody, I just picked you 2018 Forrest Wood Cup champion.
Congratulations.
I think Cody
Give him
Meyer,
the cup.
everybody, listen,
Give
the
him the
crowd
cup.
goes wild.
Yes.
The crowd goes
Give him
wild.
the cup.
So here's what happens. I think that your expertise in deep spotted bass is going to shine in this event like a bright star in the northern sky.
Like a diamond and a beep.
Yes, that is absolutely correct. That is
Wow, they beeped that out real quick.
I know, that is really what I thought you were going to say too, but
You know,
it's
yeah.
amazing that you did. Jody White, everybody.
Yep, there he is.
Deep
That's-
Jody in
he's
the house.
actually dressed up too. We're going to talk to him here in a little bit. But anyway, no, I really believe that your deep water spotted bass expertise in out in the trees, 100 feet of water. I mean, everybody out there listening, this man caught the world's record spotted bass.
Hey,
Okay, he did. So
yeah, you did. That's right. Hey,
Spotty
are you
Magoo.
saying these deep spotted bass in the trees that are going to weigh like 6 to 7 pounds?
a piece, you're going to be
A
in.
piece. Wow.
A piece, you're going to be in good shape,
Hey,
friend.
look at Brock. What are you doing?
She wants her toys.
So.
That's my lucky four, but you can have it.
So no, seriously, I think that I think you're sandbagging. I think there's definitely going to be something happen out there in those deep trees because I have tried every single thing else.
Larry
And-
Nixon right there. Look at
Oh yeah,
Larry Nixon.
Legend.
I have tried everything else, and there's no other bass anyplace else, so they all have to be in your court. The ball is in your court.
Hey, the problem is I heard they were big here.
I heard that as well.
Yeah, that's
that
the
was
rumor.
a lie. That is
Yeah.
a lie, considering I have not caught one bigger than 2 pounds yet.
I caught a 2-pounder.
So you're not going to break your own record, the world record here?
I think it's a strong possibility I catch a 12-pound spotted bass.
I was gonna say because if you don't, you're gonna be letting a lot of fans of the sport down.
12-pound spotted bass is almost guaranteed. I'm gonna weigh
Almost.
almost guaranteed.
Well,
Hey,
I just can't wait to see it.
I just can't wait to see the gar
Cody Meyer, spotted bass
that are
expert.
gonna bite my topwater tomorrow. Hey, how about JT with that big one in practice? How many
I caught-
miles did you cover to catch that?
That was a small one.
A
He didn't
damn
want to
good
show off
many.
his big one.
I don't know exactly, but it was a good many. Yep, but I did. I caught him right in the face. And then I covered a lot more miles with the exact same bait, which produced nothing else. Actually, that's not true. That bait, a day and a half later, produced a specimen of about 2 pounds.
Solid.
Right.
You can
And-
win the tournament with
Extremely
that.
solid.
Oh, yeah.
2-pounder a day.
Yeah, well, I think if I caught a 4-pounder and a 2-pounder every day, I'd have a solid shot.
Yeah.
Only problem is it was taking me like 3 days to catch those 2 specimens. So,
Well, maybe they'll give you, 5 days, and then you'll have a limit by the end of the 5 days.
Hey,
if you do the math, that's right.
why don't we go back to St. Clair?
Yeah.
Oh.
I would love to go there.
That might be good, huh?
Everybody had a good time. I can promise you that.
Yeah.
FLW Tour Champion Chad Grigsby.
Oh, I heard an echo. That's crazy.
Grigsby.
It's
I
just,
can
it's
only
just
get my
fun to
voice
talk
that
with a real low voice like that.
Well, we're not at St. Clair, so let's talk
No.
about Hot Springs. 'Cause
Yeah,
that's where we're
this
at.
place is phenomenal. Right
Yeah.
now.
They got the hot
If
part
you
right.
say that on stage, I'm probably going to kick you right in the
Hey,
balls.
how
Just
phenomenal
saying.
is this fishery?
Yeah.
I mean,
Nice.
out of all the choices, this is probably the best, biggest bass. I mean, this is like Gunnersville, but better, huh?
Oh, yeah.
That's
No,
not true. I don't. I'm sorry to interrupt Alex there, but that is not that's not true.
I would take 15 minutes at home versus 10 hours here.
Oh, that is.
15 minutes. I caught 4 in
I'm
4
surprised.
days.
I'm surprised you gave it 15 minutes. I would think
Would
you
you
would have
give it
said like
5?
7.
Would
Yeah.
you give it 5 minutes?
Yeah. Yeah. I
We
know I
just
could-
throw
I-
bigger line. You could wench them in faster,
I know I
and you
could
would
ca-
still
I-
win.
I knew I could catch 3.
Hey,
In
and
5
the
minutes, I could
positive
catch
part of
3.
that is
Sure.
you could just be out there for 5 minutes and you'd be like, yeah, I'm done.
That's
no
it.
more misery.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah, I
got
don't-
3, and they weigh 15. I'm done.
Yeah.
Right, I win. It's over.
Hey, JT,
Huh.
serious question.
Hit me.
Can you catch more weight here, Lake Ouachita, or the Three Rivers?
Oh, a cheetah for sure.
Because I caught like a
Wow.
7-pound bag on the Three Rivers in Pittsburgh.
You're right.
in
Right.
2009.
Were you
Yep.
leading?
Yep.
I was
He's
in
close.
second.
Yeah,
Second.
he's close.
Okay.
He's close. Good news is I have some friends that live there, because I grew up in Maryland, which is only about, 60 miles south of there. And amazingly enough, it's still that terrible. Yeah, it's really bad.
That was a flashback down memory lane. huh?
That was.
Yeah.
Yeah, one I don't want to remember.
Yeah. Well,
I got in one of several fights I've been in with Dave Lefebvre at that event.
oh, nice guy.
Don't worry, I won.
Great friend of mine.
Right. Right.
he is too. He's a nice guy.
Yeah. It was an impressive feat, but I won. So
Chad, what do you think about?
I don't know.
Hey,
man.
what happened to
It's,
your boat, man?
Yeah, well, it just wanted to be on the bank, and I didn't have the trailer, so it decided just to, climb up itself and get on the bank.
How? What's the damage here? We're talking.
We're gonna find out tomorrow.
Is it gonna sink?
he's not even sure if it floats yet.
Well, it floated off the concrete and onto my trailer, so I figured it's good.
I would think so.
Yeah, I mean, it floated for 2-3 minutes, so it should be good all day tomorrow. And if it doesn't, I got a bilge pump. It'll just pump the water.
For everybody out there that doesn't know exactly what happened, we had a really bad line of storms come through yesterday. Next thing you know, Chad goes into a different ramp than he put in at
Because of the storm.
Because of the storm,
Yeah.
beaches his boat. In the interim of him getting a ride to go get his boat trailer and truck to come back to this other ramp to load his boat up, the line of storms came through, big wind, big waves, and washed his boat basically up onto the concrete. If you go to @GrigsbyFishing.com on Instagram or Chad Grigsby on Facebook, you can see some pretty cool images of a brand new,
it's awesome.
shiny 2018 521 Ranger
Well,
up on the concrete.
Actually, it's half on the concrete, and under the other side was Wes Logan's boat at WesLogan.com.
Yeah.
Yeah, his pictures are
We
up
don't
there
know.
too.
We don't know him.
Not
I don't.
good.
And I don't
So,
know his. I
yeah.
don't know his address or
Well,
anything. But I do
I'm-
know @Grigsby Fishing.
I'm pretty sure our views. We were talking about it today.
Are in the millions.
We're no, we're at like
It was
what
really
it,
32,000.
views so far, and
the
reach-
highlight of the week.
Oh,
like,
absolutely.
there's no fish
I told,
pictures.
I told
being
Chad he already
shared.
won.
I just like the comments that said, that's why you don't buy their boats.
What
That
does
was
that
good.
have- What does that have to do with
What
anything?
does that even?
Because you don't treat them good. Like you meant to do that. You
Oh, yeah, yeah,
purposely
yeah.
did that. You did that on purpose. You wanted your boat on the
I
concrete.
tried to hide
Oh,
from
yeah.
a storm and not get killed, and put it on the
Right.
You know, whatever.
Hey, no matter what happens.
And the other thing is, it goes straight back to the factory
And
for
they-
the scratches on the bottom to be repaired. So why wouldn't
Yep.
you want that?
It's going to be a brand new hull on the bottom, so it'll be all right.
Hey, years down the road, we're going to talk about this. Okay, so one positive thing from this week is remember Chad's boat was on the ramp with no trailer.
Yeah. Sideways on the ramp, not
Yeah.
just like up on the ramp, like sideways.
That
on
was
the
the same year that JT won, and he poured all that crown into the Forrest Wood Cup because he wanted to see how much you could put in it.
ramp. Wait, I thought Cody was going to win.
was
You already predicted Cody to win.
Yeah, well,
You sandbagger.
I made a deal with the devil.
I
Yeah.
told you he was
Yeah.
sandbagging.
Well, I've been talking with him all week. We're staying together, and he's like, "Oh, I'm not catching any." And I know, sandbagger.
Alex, what do you think of this place, man?
Worst place I've ever been.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
Are you ready for this?
Yes.
Yes.
Are you ready? I'm going to take this opportunity right
Hit
now
us.
since I have the four of you together.
And we basically took over your show. Go
It's
ahead.
great.
Yeah.
I love it. Believe
Yeah.
I gave this.
He doesn't have to work.
Yeah, this
at
makes
him.
my job so much easier. But it wouldn't be a complete mission here if I didn't take advantage that all four of you were here to do a bass fishing
I've
game
been
show.
taking advantage of.
Yeah,
many
take
times.
advantage of you. Like
Right.
not like Bill Cosby.
No,
Wow, I wasn't going there.
No, Chad, not like that.
I was.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway.
But we're gonna play a bass fishing talk show.
Dun,
Game
dun,
show.
dun, dun,
like-
dun, dun, dun,
Exactly.
dun, dun.
So,
Okay, here we
Chad,
go.
since this is the first time you've ever played one of these games on this show, pick number 1, 2, 3, or
7.
4. Or 1, 2, 3, or 4.
2.
2. He picked number 2. All right. How about we play Bass and Life? You want to play Bass and Life? Are we ready?
Are you? Who are you
Yes.
talking to?
All
Oh,
of us.
yeah,
you're
I-
right.
the
everyone.
producer.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
We're
Bass
throwing
or
it out.
life? Here we go.
So I don't have headphones, so I have no idea what's going on.
Right.
Is the music playing?
Yes,
There
it
it
is.
is. It's
Now
time
it
for
is.
Bass and Life, and I'm your host, Pat
Okay.
Renwick. For the first time ever, 4 FLW Tour pros at once playing Bass and Life. It's real simple.
It's
I am
called
gonna
a
give you
foursome.
a term or a phrase. It is. What did I say?
A term or a phrase.
He said it's called a
Yeah,
foursome.
It's a quadfecta.
Yeah.
You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right, that's
Or
correct.
that. That's not what I've called
It's a
it.
quadrilife.
Right.
So, term or phrase, you guys need to relate it to bass fishing as well as life. Bass and life. Easy enough? With that
Easy
look,
enough.
Cody Meyer gets to go first. Here we go. The first term to you, Cody, that's the hypnotizing pen. Bill Cosby did use that one too. The first term to you, Cody Meyer, is love bone.
Holy mackerel!
Love
what a
bone.
top
Relate
water.
that to bass and life.
Well, I don't even know what to say. I mean, other than
I could answer that one.
Yeah, can I take this one,
Hey,
Pat?
how about pass?
Okay, go ahead. To you, Chad.
That would be good for life.
Yes.
I'm married, so it'd be all right. But I'm gonna give her the love bone. That'd be all right.
Okay.
And then
Acceptable.
I caught him. The topwater color was love bone.
That's exactly where we're going.
That's exactly where I was going to go.
That's
Good
bass.
answer, Chad.
That's bass.
Thank
Bass
you.
and
There
life.
should
Cody,
be some
Right
applause.
there.
Come on.
So now you can either pass it to JT Kenny or go back to Cody Meyer.
He's got to go. He can't.
Let's hear it.
Cody,
let's hear
the
it.
word to you is Miracle Whip. Miracle Whip. Yes.
So Miracle Whip is something I used when I wasn't married yet on a body part in life.
Gotcha.
That's a
I've
first.
been there.
That's the magic of a bass fishing talk show.
Right.
Okay,
Okay.
gotcha there. And then what about bass fishing?
Bass fishing, it would have to be my spinning rod when I whip it out there with a light little bait,
Created a miracle.
catch a small little fish, catch a world record spotted bass.
Choo Choo Snoogan, Fatty Magoo.
Yeah, there you go.
That is it right there.
Miracle Whip.
That is right there. Okay, now, so are you going to put it to Alex Davis or JT Kenny?
I'm gonna go to JT.
JT Kenny,
Hit me, Pat.
the word to you is Spanx. Spanx, JT
Well,
Kenny.
well, the first thing that happened is I was spanking those bass on their little butts all the way to the bank at the Forrest Wood Cup 2018. Hashtag me win. And the
I
other
thought
thing,
Cody was gonna win.
The other thing
Wait, what
was
happened?
that I got spanked a lot when I was young because I ran around constantly telling everybody that I was going to be hashtag 2018 Forrest Wood Cup champion.
Amazing answer. Amazing answer.
Thanks.
JT.
Way to go.
Let's give an applause button.
Outstanding.
Is there not?
That
There it
is
is. There it is.
absolutely
Applause
outstanding.
button. Perfect.
I'm trying
Okay,
to
so
help.
now we
I know.
bring it to Alex Davis.
We're dropping to Alex.
We're dropping it to Alex. Alex, the word to you is extends. Extends.
Extends.
I've already got my answer if you want me to
I got
answer.
an answer too.
My flipping stick. It extends.
Okay, it does.
Yeah.
Telescopic.
And one time, my girlfriend, she's sitting over there. She said, "I don't think you need any extends."
Wow.
Take
I
one
was
of these two.
Alex Davis, everybody. That was great.
That was amazing.
But he did not need to extend that any
Can
longer.
we
That
just
was
call
awesome.
him
Just
Alex,
stop extending this show.
Alex, Jeremy.
Yes,
Or
you
what?
could. You could.
So these are tiebreakers
No
now.
more
so
extensions.
Alex,
Nice.
you get to pick
Nice.
one of the other contestants now who gets to go to this.
Definitely JT.
Back to JT Kenny.
Hit me.
JT, Gator Grip. Gator Grip.
Gator Grip.
What
Ga-
up, what up?
Gator Grip, the first time I ever saw it in my life was the first time I ever went gator hunting, and nobody really told me how to do it. And the next thing you know, I was in a gator's grip, which is not a really
Did
good
they
thing.
put your
There
head
was
in the
there's
gator's
scar-
mouth?
I have scars.
Is that what happened to you? I always wondered.
Yeah.
I've been traveling with him for so many years. I always wondered what was wrong with him.
Yeah, it's
Now we know.
Now we
right
do.
now you know where those scars come from, but you know what? The chicks dig the scars, so
It's true.
you know. Sorry about
I
your
wasn't
JT
luck.
talking about
Kenny
the
Powers.
scars. I was
Right,
I
and
was-
then Gator Grip to relate to fishing
Yes.
is
Oh, I thought that was
there's
fishing.
a
Yeah.
no. That was in my life. I got bit by an alligator.
Gotcha.
Right. Gator Grip and fishing it's a product that I saw on a truck wrap like 20 minutes ago when Grigsby and I came here, but other than that, I don't know what it is.
Definitely a pro.
much
The guy was
dirtier.
a
Oh,
pro.
absolutely.
Guy was a
absolutely.
sponsored
yeah,
pro.
there's
he
no
had
doubt.
stickers on his truck, so he had to be.
Actually,
He was at the Cracker Barrel.
I think it was Randy Flowers. I'm pretty sure. Hashtag Randy Flowers, everybody. I think it was Randy Flowers and the Gator Grip.
Austin Powers?
wrap.
Gator
It was
That's
actually
right, yeah.
it was
That was
Diedler.
Randy.
Luke Diedler.
Could have been.
Good answer. Good answer, JT Kenny. All right, now you get to pick the final contestant with the final word or phrase.
Oh, it's Grigsby.
Who is it going to?
Grigsby, for sure.
Going to Grigsby.
Of course.
Chad,
I got
to
hosed
you.
in this one.
Remember, this is a family show.
This is the tiebreaker. You realize if you get this correct, that you are the champion of the quadfecta, or whatever we called this.
I'm
A quad way.
hypnotizing myself.
The phrase to you, Chad Grigsby? Dutch oven.
I already
Dutch
know.
oven.
I already know.
Dutch oven
Yes, sir.
in life and fishing.
Yeah, in life and fishing. This is critical. There's a lot on the line right here. You realize that, right?
Well, I could go with cooking because it's a Dutch oven,
That's,
but
that's good. That's good. Good.
Okay.
but
It's life.
yeah,
Hey,
but
you're not going to win
the
with
li-
that answer.
The life.
We're gonna
the
put it up
yeah.
to the producer
Well,
and the
yeah.
studio audience.
Well, before I left for the cup, I told my wife I was going to miss her, and I gave her a Dutch oven before I left.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chad Grigsby, everybody. Chad Grigsby.
Chad's
and I said, "You're not going to miss me that much."
How does it relate to fishing?
Well, when I came in and I had 16 pounds at the 2018 Forrest Wood Cup, I told JT I gave him the Dutch oven.
Gave him the
That's
Dutch.
right.
Ladies and gentlemen, I believe that Chad Grigsby is the winner.
Chad Grigsby, everybody.
That's how we do it.
That's 2 wins for Chad Grigsby
That's
in
two.
2018.
Yeah, exactly. And
One
this is probably
FLW
a
Tour
more
win
predominant
and
win.
one Stray Cast Outdoor Television
Soon to
win.
be 3 after the Forrest Wood Cup.
Woo!
Absolutely.
Somebody just goose pat on the butt.
Right in the butt.
That was awesome.
That just happened.
Whoever put that girl up to that was great, and I want to buy them a free
Yeah.
beer at the
She's got
Costa
a
party.
beautiful little dress on, though.
Those are your kids?
It was.
Yeah, yeah.
That was my daughter.
Cody's daughter came up and goose pat.
She's happy because I gave her the Thor thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll get that back. I'll
No,
get
it's
it
your
back.
it's hers.
I
My
think
gift.
I don't see
She
it anymore.
appreciated
Give it
it,
to the
so
Meyer
she came
family.
up and she
Yeah.
appreciated it, so she came up and grabbed your butt.
I think she ate it.
It's like Daddy taught her.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Daddy does this to Mom all the time.
Oh, I'm in trouble.
Oh man, this has been phenomenal, guys. I want to tell you. And
We
great
wanna
job
thank you
taking
for
my
having us,
spot
Pat.
over
Thank
right
you.
there.
Thank you.
And later on tonight, Pat, I'll give you a Dutch oven if you want.
The entire internet will get a
Right.
Dutch oven. You guys want to play one more game while we're here?
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Let's play just the quick tip. You want to play?
Oh, wow.
Just the tip. I've
I
played
don't
this one
know.
before.
I've played that before lots of times.
Just you want to play just the quick tip?
Oh, quick
let's
tip.
do it.
Oh.
See, that's
go.
different than I played.
Ah, yes, it's time for just the quick tip. FLW.
Nice.
I've played this game before, but I never used
I don't
quick
have
in
headphones.
front
Is
of
the
it.
music going? Okay, so now you get what I'm saying, right, Cody Meyer? Okay, there it is. It's just a quick tip. Red Carpet Edition FLW Cup. Right now, we're going to start with Alex Davis right now. Just a quick tip. Tell them about your jack plate.
My jack plate, it can rise very quick, go from 0 to 20. Fast.
Very good. That was just a quick tip on jack plate. JT Kenny, pegging.
Well, pegging has several different meanings, but the one that we'll go with right now is I like to peg my weight.
Yes.
My reins weight, I use a halo bobber stopper to peg it with.
Great answer. Great answer.
And the music stopped.
Okay. Just a quick tip, Chad Grigsby. Cheese mat.
Do what?
Cheese mat.
Cheese mat?
Cheese mat.
I've never heard of that word, but if I knew what
You
it
wanna
was,
Say, Cody knows what that is.
you know what a cheese mat is? I don't.
Yeah, it could be.
Frog fishing.
Oh, is he? Oh, I'm.
Party foul.
I'm thinking cheese. It was almost gone. Nice.
A cheese mat.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking of everyday life like we did before, like
Your mind's in
This
the
is
gutter.
just a quick tip
Go for it.
Okay.
about fishing cheese mats.
cheese.
This is only about bass fishing now.
I
don't know where your mind is.
I was thinking regular life and quick tips. So
Yeah.
Bass fishing quick tips. Just the quick tip.
Okay. You can cover grass a lot quicker if you just throw your frog on the cheese mat.
Just in the cheese mats. Focus primarily on solamente the cheese mats.
I'm thinking like something I'm gonna eat is a cheese mat.
That's at dinner
I
later.
was
Yeah, I
thinking
know.
that
Yeah.
movie my kid watched that they're don't eat the cheese off the concrete. Diarrhea.
And
of a
they
wimpy
do
kid.
anyway.
Yeah. Anyways, go.
It's better than eating dirt. Okay, and finally
sucked.
to you,
party foul.
Cody Meyer. Just the quick tip: isolated bush.
I could answer that one.
Always go deep as you can in the isolated bush.
Yes.
Mic drop.
Winner, chicken
Ladies and
dinner.
gentlemen, Cody Meyer, Chad Grigsby, Alex
winner,
Davis.
No, he won.
There's
That's a
more
winner.
to
Wait,
come
where did
momentarily.
JT go?
Keep it locked right here. I think we
This was
got
empty.
Andy Morgan and Brian Thrift coming up next. Guys,
Oh,
that was
Angler of the
outstanding.
Years.
Thank you.
Angler of the Year every year. Andy Morgan, Brian Thrift.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
That sucked.
There ain't no other
All right, welcome back. Welcome back. Straight Cast Outdoor Cartoon Television. The Maniacy continues right here. I'm your host, Pat Renwick, and these guys sitting next to me, I don't think they need an introduction, but I'm going to give them an introduction regardless of the fact. And Brian Thrift, I am so sorry that you have to sit in Chad Grigsby's wet spot right now.
That doesn't surprise me at all that Chad has left a mess.
No, that doesn't sound good at all, though.
He only left one, though. That's the surprise.
Yeah,
That is a surprise.
The first question I asked when I heard Grigsby made this was JT Kenny involved?
He
as well?
was right next to him.
I knew that had to be the case.
He was right next to him. And Andy Morgan, welcome back to Straight Cast.
Yes,
man.
sir. Thank you for having me.
This is a big event, guys.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
The biggest.
The biggest ever, and I feel the excitement in the air. Is that a safe statement to say?
It really is, especially being in the summertime like this. It's really anybody's game. Like, somebody's going to go out tomorrow and wreck them that's got no idea. It's going to be a complete accident.
That's how Brad won the last time we were here.
Exactly.
It is.
Had no
He
idea.
was in the back of that creek, right?
Had a couple of bites. He went to an area he just knew he had a couple of bites, and guess what? Won the tournament.
500 grand later.
It's
good.
all it takes.
So, Andy, is everybody sandbagging about this deal right now, or is it really that
No.
tough?
No, I believe it's that tough. I made the statement, and Brian was out here today. We were talking about it on the sidewalk. This is probably the toughest summertime fishery that I've ever put a boat in the water.
I agree 100%, but that's why I love the championship in the summertime, because it's kind of a luck factor involved, but not really. Like, you can find one thing, and that can separate you from the rest of the field.
Absolutely. Well, that's funny coming from Brian. He is the very best at finding that one thing that separates him.
The boom, boom,
It's a
boom,
treasure
boom,
hunt.
boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Look
a
at his
treasure hunt.
record.
Yeah.
Look at his resume at the championship. He is the king at separating himself on one little X Factor deal.
Look what happened last year at the Cup, too.
Yeah, that was stupid.
But it's it's the same thing with you all the time, Brian. It's like, yeah, I don't know, it ain't that good. I'm just going out, going fishing.
But usually I've kind of got an idea. Like, I've got an idea. I know what I want to do. Like, it may not be working how I want it to, but I know what I want to do. And it's like out here this week, I don't really even know what I want to do yet.
So you don't have any preconceived motion or creative visualization
No,
lined
I
up?
do not have tunnel vision.
No, preconceived will sink your ship every time. I promise you that in
Especially on
bass
Lake
fishing.
Watchdog.
It's going to be exciting. There's no doubt about it. And I mean that sincerely when I say you can feel a buzz. And I'm not talking about from the open bar. I'm talking about
Costa happy hour
Yeah.
coming through.
So like they didn't buzz through here on the spill.
It's evident by Grigsby's
Hashtag
mess.
Chad Grigsby, right there. But I mean, it is. You can feel it in the air. This is a giant event. Everybody is excited, and it's for the world of professional bass fishing. This is the deal.
Yeah, I mean, it is. I mean, it's like Brian said. This is the biggest show in town. I mean, this is the the light at the end of the tunnel for us at the end of the year. This is a place that you want to be. You want to be here to compete, and it's it's been one of those years for me that I barely made it here. This is the worst year that I've had in a long time, and to sit back and think, I've had a bad year. I may not make the Cup. Man, I tell you what, that kind of hits you there where
Right.
you don't like that.
Especially
It
for Andy
wasn't-
Morgan.
But it wasn't really that close for him. He's making it sound like it was close. but
He was
it
thinking
really
about deer
wasn't.
hunting more than he should have during the
Probably
fishing
so.
season.
I'm probably
Come
guilty
on.
of that. I'm probably guilty of that right now.
That's probably what happened. Like, instead of thinking about St. Clair, he's probably hanging stands and setting up cameras.
Trail cams.
Watching
Yeah.
cams.
Oh, he
No,
was.
I was worried about St. Clair. I was thinking, oh my God, smallmouth. I've got to catch smallmouth. You know, I was in a panic.
But see, Andy's from Tennessee, so he's used to catching 18-inch smallmouth, so that was no problem at
Yeah.
St. Clair.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Everybody caught him there.
Everyday affair.
Yeah.
Everyday affair.
Yeah.
Brian, I got to ask you, now that you are a big-time bass fishing talk show host yourself, welcome to the club, sir.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Hey, I'm following your lead.
There you go.
Following your lead.
When are we going to have a collaboration show?
We can do that.
Yeah.
We'll have to set that up.
Yeah,
I'll
I
get,
think we're
I'll
doing
get
it right
Jeff
now.
in touch with you. and
Will
we'll-
Larry
we'll
let
do
that happen?
Well, of course.
Okay, good.
Sitting right next to you.
That sounds interesting. I'll have to listen.
Yeah, see? Andy's on board.
There it is. That would be of monstrous proportions.
It would be very
So
good.
if we got Ike Live, Stray Casts, and Let's
Let's
Talk
Talk
Fish
Fish
all
all
in
together.
one giant show.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, it's like a talk show palooza.
That's right.
That we would have. A festival of bass talk shows.
That's true.
But
That's
seriously,
true.
how do you like that gig? How do you like doing
I
it?
enjoy it. I really do because it's kind of like this. You know, it's off the cuff. It's Let's Talk Fish Live with me and Matt Airy and Jeff Walsh, and pretty much we just talk about whatever we want to talk
Whatever
about.
pops in your brain.
Yeah, we'll do that for 10 or 15 minutes, and then it's like 45 minutes of people sending in questions, and whatever you want to answer to, if we know it, we'll tell you.
We're going to talk about it.
If we don't know it, we'll make something up.
talk about
We'll
it
still tell
anyway.
you.
Yeah, we'll still tell you.
What's the hardest part about being a bass fishing talk show host?
The hardest part, I don't think there really is one. I mean, it's one night a week, Tuesday. I got to be somewhere at 7 o'clock Tuesday. That's as hard as it gets.
So being there.
Just showing up is the
That's the
hardest
hard
thing.
part.
Yeah.
You know
Talking about fishing's always easy.
Yeah, exactly. That's the beauty of doing an off-the-cuff show is you don't have to plan for it.
Yeah. You just let it rip.
Yeah.
Let it rip.
Our heart
Kind of
is
like
up
how you
my alley.
fish.
Yeah,
Exactly.
That's the whole deal right there.
Yeah, right up my alley too. I was like, wow, yeah, that's how I based my career.
Yeah, just this looks good. Let's do this.
Yeah, pull in.
Yeah.
Well, one thing that my bass fishing talk show has that your guys' show doesn't is dumb bass fishing talk show game games.
I've been a part of several
Yes,
of those.
and right now we're going to play a little game with Brian Thrift and Andy Morgan, and it's called Bass and Life. We're going to do another edition of Bass and Life.
Bass and Life.
Yes, and I am going to give you a term or a phrase, and you guys.
Is that where this came from?
That
Yeah,
happened.
yeah.
That's life.
That's life.
That's
Yeah.
that is
Yeah.
actually life right,
All right,
there.
gotcha.
Again, so pick. We're gonna let Andy pick it. Would pick 1, 3, or 5.
Let's go 5.
Let's go 5.
That's a good limit. 5.
Okay. All right. This is a
All
game
you need
show
is 5.
called Bass and Life. I'm going to give you guys a phrase, and you relate it to Bass and Life. Welcome to Bass and Life. I'm your host, Pat Renwick. It is time now for the Red Carpet FLW Cup Edition with Andy Morgan and Brian Thrift. Brian, you're going to kick it off.
All right.
The first phrase to you, Bass and Life, 0 to red. 0 to red.
What I'm going to weigh in tomorrow. How about that?
So is that Bass and Life?
That's Bass and Life.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
Because
you're just covering.
Bass directly.
It's proportionate to life in our business.
Okay, we'll accept that.
There's not
answer.
much separation with these guys, I don't think.
Apparently, we'll accept that one. Okay, so Andy Morgan to you, saturated.
Saturated.
Saturated. Bass and Life.
Bass and Life. Saturated. That's the back of every creek on Lake Ouachita right now. Saturated. That's bass.
I was going to go with my boxers at the end of the day. So that's a good answer.
Andy, what about life? What is saturated in life?
Saturated in life. Well, I don't know. I think Thrift kind of answered that already. I mean, that's your boxers at the end of the day at the FLW Cup every year.
Every year.
That's outstanding. So here we go, Brian Thrift, to you. The word is penetration. Bass and Life.
Penetration.
Yes.
Ooh. With bass, I'm thinking Demiki air crawl because
Okay,
that
of course.
penetrates
Sponsor
the
plug.
cover.
See how you did that? That was outstanding. Give me a high five.
There we
Excellent.
Go.
Okay, and Life.
Got to plug Demiki.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Life, it's not suitable for the show.
No, I was going to say, we're going to have to X that one out.
It's not-
Yeah.
Can you give him a buzzer on that one, please?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, down the tubes.
What about flipping the old 1 ounce?
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. The weights.
Penetrating the cheese mats.
Yes,
That's it.
That's
Well,
where the air crawl comes in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess.
You've already
I
answered
guess.
that one.
We'll give you half.
I answered that.
I got lost. Whose turn is it now?
Your turn.
Oh, it's my turn. Okay, Pat, the question to you is gravy train. Gravy train. Okay, well, I'll answer that to me. Gravy train in life is just everyday doings. Everyday doings.
All
Just
right.
going through the gravy train. Or the biscuit and gravy buffet at the old country buffet.
The old standard.
Yeah, the old standard. You just got to fight the fat woman to get in line
That's
first,
right.
and then it works every time.
Root your place out.
And
yeah.
in bass fishing, the gravy train to me is just winding that square bill. Zillions of casts. Zillions of casts.
Yeah.
The gravy train.
That's good.
I'll buy that.
Did I pass?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Pass.
Okay.
You know, you done well.
Thank you very much. You know, the biggest lesson I ever learned from Andy Morgan is that if your line on your reel is good enough for the last cast of the day, it's good enough for the first cast of the next day.
That's right. It didn't go bad in the rod. Terry Scroggins, that's one of his famous ones.
Yes.
So I said, "Did you change your line last night?" He goes, "What, did it go bad in the rod box last night?" "No, I didn't change the line." "No, it didn't go bad in the rod box last night, son."
I remembered you saying that last year, and it might have hurt me a couple times. Yeah. The season. I was like, Andy Morgan said it was cool.
Yeah,
I made one good cast with it at the end.
Well, you can't. The one that you backlash 10 or 12 times,
Right.
That's the one you got to kind of.
Yeah,
you
you
know,
got
you
the
gotta redo
notches
that
in it.
Yeah.
But see, the deal with Morgan on his theory is his cast is just a pitch or a flip about 30, 40 feet away.
Sure.
So he can pull off 30 feet of line.
And I'm good.
Yeah,
And I'm
he's
good.
good. He's got new line.
I'm fishing in zebra mussels.
That's bad.
See, with me, when I'm flipping, I'm backlashing, so I'm peeling off a lot more
Yeah.
line. and
Right.
it's-
Getting them knots out.
Yeah, exactly.
Them
Getting
kinks.
those crimps.
Them
Yeah.
kinks out.
So are you still throwing your old original Revos, or have you graduated to the Gen 4s now?
I've got both.
Okay.
I've got both.
Country
I've got-
and Western.
I've got half Gen 4s and probably half Gen 1s.
Okay. Mixing it up.
I'm mixing it up, and I've even got some of the new rockets on the deck. I'll have those here at the Cup. The,
10 to
the
1.
10 to 1
Look
gear
out.
ratio. It's pretty sweet.
41 inches of
The
line.
only downfall I see to this is I was throwing it in practice, and I'm winding it in fast like I always do, and before I know it, my bait hits the rod tip.
They're knocking that front guide out.
Yeah.
Stops at about the third guide. He
yeah,
then
like-
sheared them off.
Knocking the ceramic. That is outstanding. Guys, always a pleasure, seriously, to have you guys on this show, man. You've been coming on this show for a couple years, and it's always a good time with you.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah,
We
dude.
enjoy it.
And best of luck tomorrow.
We'll
I
need
mean,
it.
Sincerely.
Second.
Hey, Brian, you look amazing in those Costa sunglasses.
Thank you. I like them a lot.
Thank you, brother.
That's Andy Morgan and Brian Thrift right here on Stray Cast Outdoor Cartoon Television. Don't go nowhere. We're coming back. More guests, special surprises all night. All night coming at you. I'm Pat Remlick. See you in a minute. Welcome back to Stray Cast Outdoor Cartoon Television. The Maniacy continues from the red carpet event right here. And where are we again?
We're in Hot Springs.
We're in Hot Springs, Arkansas, and you know who's familiar with Hot Springs, Arkansas, the legend right here. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Larry Nixon. Yes. Yes. That's how we do it. That's how we do it at Stray Cast. And of course, this guy. Why don't you introduce this guy right here?
We got the real dog here. If it comes to the big tournaments, he wins them. 2 classics and 1 FLW Cup, buddy. That's pretty stout.
That's George Cochran right there. George Cochran. For the first time ever on this show. Wow.
You probably didn't know this, but Larry is my wife's cousin. And if you're familiar with Arkansas, everybody's cousin.
That's how it goes down in B Branch, huh?
Debbie's my sweetheart. Yep, she's my 3rd cousin. That's right.
That is outstanding. I can't tell you how cool this is to us to have both of you guys on this show at the same time. I mean, to us, it's a big deal. We're bass fishing freaks, and you know that about me, Larry. You've been on this show before, but I mean, George, the first time ever here, man. I'm telling you, we're stoked. I hate to fanboy out on you here, but this is pretty damn cool, dude.
Well, I appreciate you asking me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to take it back here, and I'm going back in the history books, right? Now, a lot of people, when they think of Larry Nixon, they think of that fish jump on the Bassmaster Show. You've heard that a zillion times. You want to know what I think of when I think of Larry Nixon? Gator tail worms.
Yep.
I think of gator tail worms. Like, I had a whole bunch of them in the garage that I had to have because that's what Larry Nixon was throwing.
That was the worm back in the day. When it come to shallow grass and wood and the river system, you couldn't beat the old gator tail.
I'm telling you. And then when I think of George Cochran, I think of that little spinnerbait that I just caught about 7 zillion fish on before.
I actually caught my first bass. The first one I remember was on that spinnerbait.
Mr. Money.
Well, me and Larry are best of friends. We hunt together in the winter. We fish together, but we fish completely different. Larry fishes out structure, and I fish shallow all the time. And if I'm catching them, Larry can still catch them shallow, but if he's catching them, I'm not going to catch them because he's out there deep, and I'm not going to fish deep.
That's the truth, huh?
Yeah.
We talk, we'd practice and we talk together, and George tells me, boy, Larry, I'm doing good up here on them logs. He said, they're really biting that crankbait. And I said, well, that's just too bad. I'm going to keep doing my thing. When they're shallow on a mud flat, George kicks my rear, and when they're out there deep, I kick his rear.
Well, it's a give-take relationship, apparently, then. You got to compromise, right? It makes any partnership successful then, I guess. So how often do you guys get out fishing together these days?
Once or twice a year, 3 times.
Larry's still fishing, so I don't get to see him as much until winter gets here. And then we duck hunt, deer hunt, squirrel hunt together and all that. But when I go fishing for fun now, I go to these private lakes where it's easy, okay? And Larry goes with me once in a while to those lakes. But
well, that's okay.
Lake Washita, it's going to be a great tournament. There's a lot of fish in the lake. And, I expect it's going to take at least 40 pounds to win the tournament.
Wow. Somebody's going to find them.
Oh, yeah.
They always do.
Yeah.
You know who is just sandbagging us right here? Brian Thrift and Andy Morgan.
Always.
Sandbagging the heck out of us right here. On live television or whatever the heck they say.
Well, that's 2 of the best fishermen no matter where you go, so they're used to sandbagging.
That's what they got to do. George, tell me a fish story. Tell me a bass fishing story. The first one that pops to your brain.
Well, let's see. I'm 68 now, and I probably could tell you 192,000 fish stories.
Have them tell us one, Larry.
Larry could tell you more stories than I can. I can't remember them all.
Just tell a little one about how you won that classic at I'm not sure, was it Lay Lake or Logan Martin back in that little mud hole, that little shallow mud hole? I couldn't believe you won the classic in there.
Well, the one that means the most to me is always the first one. Anything you do the first time is special.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But anyhow,
historically speaking,
when I went to that classic, it was on the Ohio River in Louisville, Kentucky. Larry had already won just a few years earlier in Cincinnati, Ohio on the river. And it's like a golf tournament. Somebody might win one in a tough place where it's 8 over. And then some of the other tournaments they have, they're minus 15, But in this fishing tournament, it was going to be plus 10 or 12, It wasn't a lot of fish caught. But I had a strategy. I practiced 3 days there. And I decided I wasn't going to make that long run like everybody else. So when the tournament took off, everybody runs to the lock, and I played like I was going to the lock, and then I act like my motor conked out, and I was back there messing with it, and everybody got in everybody got in the lock, and they kept going, and I went back. We stayed within 2 miles of takeoff, and that's how I won that tournament.
Rest is history.
Yeah.
Now this is the 87 classic we're talking about?
87, and if you're familiar with bass fishing, back in those days, there's only 2 people that made a good living. World champions like me and Larry was at an early stage, and that's real important because you get the sponsors, and plus, and then and then the only other ones were like Roland and Jimmy Houston making TV shows,
sure.
or the bait companies like like Strike King and Pradco, and I could go on and on.
Sure.
They were involved in tournaments because of their business, and they were making good money. But the pro fishermen, usually if you hadn't won a world championship, and I knew right quick when I started, I said, if I'm going to be in this sport a long time, I better win one of those world championships.
Better get it out of the way.
Yeah. So I got it out of the way early in 80. He was 83, I was 87.
And it worked out for you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and look where you are now. You're on a dumb internet bass fishing talk show right now.
Full circle.
We rode it a long time.
There's a lot of stories we could tell you, but we couldn't put it on the air.
Oh, we can. It's
Oh, we
the
can do
internet.
whatever we
Yeah,
want.
Don't worry.
Anything you want to do.
But, Larry, what's the most embarrassing moment you've ever had on the water?
Tommy Martin one time, we was in a tournament and it's on the St. Johns River, and me and Tommy were fishing right there together, and there was like 100 boats bed fishing this area. And Tommy stops, and he's about maybe 20 foot from my boat, and he always had a habit of having a bow move it at the wrong time. And I swear to this day, everybody out there was cheering. Tommy just jerks them down and does his thing right there in front of everybody and jumps up and goes back to fishing in 30 seconds.
Giving zero cares right there.
Zero cares. That was my buddy Tommy. I mean, it wasn't embarrassing to me because I was used to it, but it was one
You're
of
a
the funny-
spectator.
And back in the day, and still, Tommy was a brick house. You know, I
Tommy.
mean, that guy's made of concrete.
Yep.
He
wouldn't-
still is.
Yeah, he wouldn't care. He'd just knock him out if somebody gave him some.
Got the power stash and everything.
No, they were cheering. I swear to God.
I wish people would do that for me
Who
when I
says
do
bass
that.
fishing's not a spectator sport? You know what I mean? Come on, it's come a long way. It's come a long way. Hey, a big deal going on right here. The FLW Cup, Forrest Wood Cup. Man, this is exciting stuff. I'm telling you. And I just want to say thank you again to you, George Cochran, and to you, Larry Nixon, for coming on and spending some time with us.
Well, thank you very much.
Yes, and they have it's a whole seafood buffet in there.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I just made that part up.
They got any bass?
Yeah, it's a true story I just made up. That's George Cochran, Larry Nixon, a couple of legends. I'm Pat Renwick, Ryan Popcorn Whitaker. Hold on, we got more coming from the red carpet. We'll be right back. Put the power poles down. Don't you go nowhere. We'll be right back.
Thank you very much.
the Motor City Madman. Welcome back to Stray Cast Outdoor Cartoon Television. Red Carpet Edition continues with a couple of my bassin buddies right now from the open bar. I went and dragged them. I went and
one of us.
Yeah, one of you. David was just meandering around red carpet.
He was kissing babies.
Yeah,
and
he
shaking
was.
hands.
He's running for governor of something. Yeah, governor of something. It's James Watson and David Dudley right here on Stray Cast. Yes, that's how we do it. That's how we do it right there. Welcome back to the show.
Hey, does this count?
This count? You are winning.
I am winning. Am I beating Palaniuk?
You've extended your lead.
Yes.
You
right
officially have beaten Brandon
2 up
Palaniuk.
on him.
2 up on Palaniuk.
I've been on this show more than anybody, Dudley.
Oh, wow.
Achievements. Someday you'll know about achievements, Dave.
Yeah, I will. I'll agree.
Dave, you seem a little tired or something. What's up?
No, I'm just waiting for a question to pop up.
Oh, okay. Well, you got a question for him, James?
No, I don't.
It's my. I forgot.
don't.
Yeah, it's my. It's my.
I mean, this is your TV show, not mine.
I forgot all about that. All about that. These are new mics.
I know. I got to lean way into it.
That's hot right there.
I know.
Holy cow.
Pegged out.
So you guys are feeling good? You feeling good, David?
This is August.
These are not trick questions, Dave Dudley.
No, I'm trying to be generous about the lake that we're at right now and the time of year. So you put me on the spot to where
that's why I do this.
I'm trying to do the politicking right answer.
Here it is. You guys got a really good fishery here. I hope you take care of it. Thanks for coming out.
Don't club baby seals.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. That's my answer. I try to be generous with it.
Save the whales, kill the seals, Lake Ouachita 2018. Peace.
Yeah, peace. Weigh in one striper, please.
So it is tough out there.
Yes,
Dave, I can
needless to
tell.
say.
I'm going to be your bass fishing psychologist right now. Okay?
Okay.
Are you ready?
Oh, get in on it.
Cody Meyer broke my pen.
And he didn't even tell you?
No.
That guy.
Okay. So what we're going to do, watch the pen, David.
Yeah.
Watch the pen. I'm taking you to the happy place right now. Okay, the happy place. A happy place is a
Lake Champlain.
Lake Champlain.
Lake Champlain.
David Dudley, Lake Champlain. Giant green and brown fish everywhere abundant.
I think I'm there.
You're there.
In cold weather.
David Dudley's happy place.
70 degrees.
Light winds.
Light winds.
No rough water.
Variable.
Pepsi with a little bit of lime in it.
David's
Does that sound good? That does kind of sound. How about some Crown and Coke?
How about some
lime.
peanut butter and jelly with warmed up by the sun?
Warmed up by the sun.
Yes, laid out on the back deck of your boat.
With Pepsi.
Without
with
a co-angler.
I'm still in that. Oh, I am in a happy place.
I put him in a happy place without the co-angler impeding your peanut butter and jelly sandwich view of the
putting
sun,
their tackle bag on your
the
sandwich.
melting of your sandwich.
And dreaming about getting a check and finishing last place.
Yes, that 50th place.
No entropy
nice
circuits.
Oh.
And
Oh, we're
sponsors
going-
that
you-
give
He's
you
getting
6
deep.
digits and
You
everything.
have went to
that you
some
do.
really happy spots.
Yeah, he
here.
got super
These
deep
got
right there.
super happy.
Yeah.
The music is just kicking it right now.
Let's goober off Andy Griffin, everybody. Look.
Johnny's the only guy that ever stood us up on this show.
What?
Yeah. He's the only guy that ever stood us up on Stray Cats.
Now look, he's getting ready to be on the show.
Yeah. Remember?
He's on the
What?
show.
Yeah.
What? How can you stand? How can you stand up?
Making up for it right now.
Yeah, after you won the Derby, I had you scheduled to come on.
And you no-showed.
He just no-showed me, kept dumping my calls.
You didn't realize what a career enhancer this show is.
Exactly. Look what it's done for these guys.
Look at it. Look at
I
this
mean,
lineup.
when
Look at this
when
lineup.
sponsors find out you get on this show, it increases to 6 digits.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. And I just
Yeah,
hypnotized
When they
yes, when
know
he
you-
says digits,
Yeah.
that's what he definitely is
When
talking
they know
about.
you're on this show, it's like
You're getting paid.
It's the deal.
Reschedule.
So, yeah, we're
Yeah.
going to do it.
reschedule.
Johnny McCombs. Give it up for Johnny McCombs right there.
What Johnny doesn't know is those that get paid are those that get laid.
That is true.
Yeah.
It's 6 and 5/2 dozen of the other.
You got it.
Well, it's-
Any way you add it up.
A bird in the pecker's worth 5 in the bush. You know what I'm
telling
saying?
you.
You could
That's
reverse
right.
that too,
Yes.
and it still works.
Yeah.
It
and
is.
there's no bush nowadays, so count yourself lucky.
So sorry, I forgot to unhypnotize you. Okay, are you okay, Dave?
I'm out of the happy
good.
place right now.
We moved right
Yeah.
straight.
We
from
didn't want to
happy
leave
place.
him in that state. You know what
Yeah,
I mean, James?
I hear you.
For the Derby.
Oh, that would not be fair.
We'll
to
know
the
where to
rest
go.
of- That would not be fair to the rest of the competition, Dave. No.
It would not be whatsoever. It would not be.
Dave's kind of like the Incredible Hulk. You don't want to make him angry.
He's like the Bruce Banner one or the Lou Ferrigno one?
What was that?
The Lou Ferrigno
The Lou
one.
Ferrigno one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
real
sad
deal.
music
And
played.
then don't give me none of that kryptonite, like Superman.
That's Superman.
Yeah.
Superman.
Yeah.
When he goes Incredible Hulk, he'll eat kryptonite. Like he puts it on his Captain Crunch in the morning.
But that's perfect, David, because that leads me to my next question, and it says right here, you can read this and attest to this. David Dudley, what is your kryptonite in bass fishing? What is your kryptonite in bass fishing?
I think it's Lake St. Clair in Michigan.
Oh my gosh!
If I'm on that body of water, it is my kryptonite.
You just want to jab yourself in the eye.
I want to find out how it's dammed up and maybe figure out.
I can blow it out.
Yeah.
Well, water comes in from two directions.
I mean, it was a slug fest where everybody was throwing over the back of their heads and throwing in between their legs and dobbing drop shots with their big toe and catching 15 pounds a day, and I couldn't even do that.
The big toe dobbing.
The big toe dobbing,
Yeah.
with drop shots, and then they'd lift their leg, high kick and set the hook.
Yeah.
And then
Pow goes the dynamite.
Kapow.
Yeah. They would high kick and pow goes the dynamite. 4-pounder.
Yeah.
Again,
Yeah.
even Chris Jones, we were
Fat
talking to
cat.
him before things like, oh, another 4-pounder.
Oh God.
There's another 4.
I got my feelings hurt there too, Dave. I had 8 pounds the first day. And any day of practice, I could fart and catch 18 pounds.
not me.
Yeah. Yeah. Next day, 20 pounds.
It was crazy,
Stupid.
though. It was a crazy derby.
Hurt my feelings.
So back to Lake Ouachita.
Well, I'm hypnotized for a
Sorry,
moment.
sorry, I
I
didn't
just
mean
saw Scott Martin.
Where is he?
I'm
What's he doing?
hypnotized. He's over there.
Golden Boy.
Well, there he is.
Yeah.
Did you ever tell him to stay golden, Pony Boy?
I do all the time.
Do you?
He looks at me. He's like, all right, Watson.
No, he'd have to incorporate dude.
Dude. All right, dude.
Like dude.
It'll blow your mind. It'll blow your mind. So while I have you guys together here, I think that it would be improper if we did not play a bass fishing talk show.
All right.
You want to do it?
I'm in.
Let's do it.
I mean, Dave, you're depressing me, Dave.
Why?
What is wrong with you?
I'm jacked up. You just gotta keep firing the questions,
Okay,
and
let's
I'm ready.
fire the
Give him a
questions
Mountain
right
Dew.
now.
He's fishing the
Gosh,
big derby
dang it.
tomorrow.
Give him some Mountain Dew or
Pretty
something.
big one.
Yeah, something.
Get it, Pat. Get on this,
Let
dude.
me put my
Hey,
spectacles on.
There's
Yeah.
Bachelor Boy's back.
Yeah.
Bachelor Boy is back.
Yeah, he is.
Who's Bachelor
He's on the
Boy?
red. Byron's
Byron
Oh, yeah.
Velvet, Bachelor Boy.
Yeah, he's back. He came back this year. Yeah. Why isn't one of you guys doing that?
Well, but Dave's busy fishing.
I know, but you could
I'm
still
busy
do it.
running my mouth about other things.
Yeah, well, why aren't you up there doing that job? You're an international bass fishing
Because
supermodel.
I got a face for radio, not a face for TV. So that's how that works.
Okay, what do you guys want to play here? Do you want to play Bass in Life, or do you want to play just the quick tip?
You got me on just the
I'll
tip.
take the bass in life, and you do the quick tip.
Okay, yeah, let's. Okay, we could do this. Can we handle that, Andy? All right, so what do we want to start with?
Andy's getting a big monkey wrench thrown in his crap every time we sit down at the table here.
Remember when you yelled at him when you were
I
on the
did.
show last time?
Wasn't live. I was somewhere else. I yelled at him.
Live?
I didn't think he's paying any attention to
Yeah,
me.
you and then you grounded him.
Yeah. Oh,
Let's
here it
play
is.
Told him to wipe his
Bass
face off his face.
and Life. So David Dudley is playing
like,
Bass
get a
in
new
Life,
face.
and James Watson is playing Just the Quick Tip.
Just the quick
Is that
tip.
the first time you ever played Just the Quick Tip?
No, I've been playing that since I was 13 years old. So
David Dudley, here it goes to you. Relate this to bass fishing and life. Funhouse. Related to bass fishing and life.
Funhouse is like going out there, looking at a big school of fish, schooling, and you're in your house, which is my Ranger boat, and playing with a bunch of kids out there and ripping their lips off.
get those kids,
fun.
rip those kids' lips off.
No.
That was complex.
Yeah. Wow.
It's a lot of fun.
Wait, did I unhypnotize him?
Yes, you did.
Okay, good. Okay, we'll keep going with David then,
Okay.
since that was an outstanding answer. Relate this to bass and life, David. Free balling.
That would have been like. Can I turn that over to him?
Oh, wait. Dave's a commando free balling type
All right,
of dude.
so free balling. So here's how I can relate this in life and fishing.
Okay.
I have not put a pair of underwear on since I was 8 years old.
There you go.
Never
There you
have
go.
put on.
That's life.
If you put a gun to my head and said, "David, go get me a pair of underwear right now,"
Put these
you'd have
drawers
to,
on.
You'd have to kill me. So
That is.
so like I'm as free spirited as I am on the water. So free balling, free spirited on the water.
There it
It's
is.
a motto.
Hashtag
Free
free balling
spirited.
David Dudley.
That's
Free
right.
balling.
That's the magic of a bass
That's
fishing
it.
talk show. Do you
I
realize
mean,
that?
you don't remember the famous picture?
The front
The
page
picture.
I don't.
Oh, yeah, you almost got the
Oh,
one-eyed
you-
monster on the front page.
Oh, you
Got
are out of the loop on this one.
Got
dog.
there. Dave's like, I'm gonna get this one in there. This is gonna be This is front page material, and it's gonna get front page notice.
Yeah, and it did. And they even made it to the cover of the magazine.
Yeah.
And then they had to take it down.
They had to censor it.
They did. It was
Free
awesome.
ball and David Dudley.
It was
Okay,
awesome.
let's go back to this now. The brass monkey. The brass monkey.
The brass monkey was invented by some people over in Japan, and they ended up finding out that it caught big fish, so they brought it over here to the American side, and we're not monkeys like they are over there, and it didn't make it over here in this market. So
They got
brass
some.
monkey.
They got some awesome techniques over there
They
that
do.
will
and
never be
Rick-
employed here.
Yes.
Never.
That never happened.
No.
We learned that the brass monkey just didn't make it here
No.
in the Americas.
No.
Yeah, that was outstanding. Okay, so let's go now to. That's enough of you, David Dudley.
All right.
Let's go. Let's play just the quick. Yes, it's time for just
yeah.
the
Get the
quick
bass.
tip with James.
More fish.
Watson. It's right there.
I had to
James,
interrupt it.
just the quick tip.
Just a quick tip.
Feng Shui.
Oh, feng shui is when you can actually walk into the room, see completely from the front door to the back door where I'm at.
That's the Feng
That's
Shui.
the feng shui.
The Feng Shui.
Yeah.
James, just a quick tip. Dangling mass.
Dangling mess. welcome to the show.
You just scared away Larry Nixon.
The dangling mass, the general just dangled his mass right in front of the camera.
You gotta get this dang
Yeah.
mess one good.
Yeah.
Dangling mass.
Dangling mass. Oh, just a quick tip.
Just a quick
When
tip.
you overrun your braided line and it has a dangling mass.
Dangling mass.
Yeah.
Okay, here it is. Monkey butt.
Oh, monkey butt. That's something that, just a quick tip. Follow the Dave Dudley rule and don't wear those jaws.
Quick tip.
Avoid the monkey butt.
That's the red carpet tip of the week. Michelle, he's getting out of line.
Or you could get Gerald Swindell's dude wipes and do courtesy wipes. You know,
Sure.
while you're out there.
That's
on
always
water.
that
Just
is. That always.
monkey- take care of the monkey butt with
I had a-
Gerald Swindell.
There is a product called
I had
Monkey
at least
Butt.
33 courtesy wipes this season.
Dave, you want to take a stab at this game? You like this one?
Yeah.
This game? Okay. Just a quick tip with David Dudley. Glory hole. Glory hole. Just a quick tip.
Oh, I drew a glory hole out on my Lawrence yesterday, and I got to show you this picture. So, glory hole would be a hole that is drawed out.
Yeah, you can't show that.
No waypoint, is there?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can't do that, David.
What?
You can't show that.
It's Lawrence.
Wait, keep the music to distract people.
It's a Lawrence electronic product.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, with that camera. Hey, here we go.
Oh, man.
That is the glory hole on the Lawrence. Show the phenomenal. It's that camera right there.
There it is.
Right there.
Dudley did it.
I am showing you the glory hole.
That is outstanding.
That is a
Twin Peaks.
hell of a hump.
Unbelievable.
Glory hole right there. You
Got a
can't
lot
get
of dimples on it.
Hell of a hump.
You can even see the zits on the. He's taking. You can even see the zits on it. So glory hole right there.
There it is.
That's got
Glory
the-
hole.
That's
Yes.
got the monkey butt.
Those
right
are
there.
that is the lovely lady lumps.
Yeah.
That is right there.
Perfect.
And finally,
That's your happy
so
place.
are we passing it to James, or is that what we're doing here? The finer, quick tip to you,
Oh, yes.
James Watson.
Okay.
Yin and yang. Just a
Oh.
quick tip. Yin and
Just a
yang.
quick tip.
Just a quick tip. And
When
yin
you're ever
and
in a
yang.
predicament figuring out what's right or wrong, always go wrong.
always go wrong. Words to live by from the 2018 Forrest Wood Cup right here in Arkansas.
Straight in the middle of Arkansas.
Straight in the middle of it, right here, Lake Washington.
Look at that, Mark
Did
Rose.
you see? Mark Rose always does that to you.
Hey, there's Ron Lampin.
When
I mean, all the big wigs are here. All the big wigs.
This is kind of a big deal.
It is a big deal.
Yeah. So now here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna end this red carpet event. We've done enough, right? We've overstayed our welcome, I believe. I think we'll never be invited back here.
Yeah, we've gone over.
Until next year.
Yeah, until next year. But here's the last thing. What I want you to do is both give a stray cast show close. I want you guys to compete for the best show close. So you need to give us a strong closing statement. Pretend your guys are hosts of bass fishing talk shows.
You go first, because I don't want to know what to do.
You got to hear tonight on a Stray Cast. Make sure you check us out next week at 7 p.m. Your local time, my local time. Anybody want to come and show up, make sure you send $1 and mail it to me. Thanks for coming out tonight in the longest ending, what is this called?
Stray Cast.
Stray Cast.
Show. Outdoor.
Cartoons.
Television.
Television. See us next week.
The glorified version of a bass fishing talk show.
The glorified version of people like random bass fishermen get on here and ramble on. Come next week and see us again.
Yes, there it is. David Dudley, take a stab.
Wow, hey, you can pretty much drop the mic on that one. So my stab would be, yo, y'all be missing out on this Straight Cast talk show. If you ain't in here listening to this Straight Cast talk show, y'all missing out on catching those bass. If you want to learn tips, techniques, and how to on this show, you better join in every time this ding bell comes on your phone. Tune in every time, every place, and you will go out and win millions of dollars and make any tour you want to make it to. So you guys, again, Stray Cast Talk Show. It's where you learn everything and anything about everything in life.
Thanks for showing up.
David Dudley nailed it right there. That is hands down the winner. David Dudley, unbelievable. Do you see how he set that?
He's holding back.
He set you up right there.
Holding back.
Set you up right there. Hey, that's it. We have to end on that. That was the most outstanding show close I've ever heard in my life.
Champion. True champion.
David Dudley, good luck tomorrow. James Wattsman, good luck in whatever the hell you do.
I don't know what I do.
All right. I'm Pat Renwick, Ryan Whitaker, Andrew Ellenberger. On behalf of us all at Stray Cast, and
cheers.
Thank you so much to FLW for having us out here. We'll see you. We're broadcasting live tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday from the Expo Center at various times. So tune in to StrayCast.net or the Stray Cast Facebook page. We'll be there. We hope you are too. Peace.